Hey, I'm Raina, the Halifax Mermaid, and today on So You Want to Be a Mermaid, we're going to be talking about mermaid makeup. And I've sort of broken one of the big beauty rules in that I'm being lit from behind instead of in front, so my makeup is not even being lit properly, but I tried to set it all up and it's just not working for me because of all this daylight we've got coming in. You can see there, even with the blinds, it's still quite a lot coming from behind me. So this isn't a makeup tutorial. I'll do one of those another time. There actually are already a few on my YouTube channel if you check it out. This is just going to be me talking about makeup products that mermaids might want to try using. It's something I get asked about a lot. I just want to give a general disclaimer that what works for me may not work for you, and it is really good to go to these department stores, these makeup stores, and test out the products and talk to the staff and actually put something on your skin and see how it's going to work. Number one, so you know what you're getting into if you buy it, because a lot of these things are expensive, and number two, in case you have an allergy, it's good to do a little patch test just to be sure. You can see I'm all done up today because I'm going to do a gig in the ocean, and I'm going to show you sort of the stuff I'm wearing today and also the stuff I've used and also stuff I've tried, because just because it hasn't worked for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. So we're going to start with eyes. First things first, you'll see I've got my eyebrows filled in, and one of the reasons I do that when I do water-based mermaid gigs is that it helps make my facial expressions more expressive, and when you're playing a character like a mermaid, it's good to be very expressive, but also underwater. And when you're taking underwater photos, it really helps your face pop. Makeup for underwater is a lot like makeup for the stage or theater, and that it's kind of really intense if you're up close with a person, but when you're far away or underwater, it helps all your features pop. So for my eyebrows, Makeup Forever has this aqua line, which is specifically made for underwater makeup. And just a little side note here, there's a big difference between underwater makeup, waterproof, and splash proof. And whenever you can, you want to use actual underwater makeup, because that's typically makeup that's been used by synchronized swimmers, underwater filming, that sort of stuff, and it can be much more pricey, but it'll work a million times better than something that's splash proof, because splash proof is really just like if you sweat or get a little bit of moisture, it won't run, and even then it usually still runs, I find. So anyway, I'm using a Makeup Forever. It's called Aqua Eyes, and this is actually a crayon pencil for waterproof, for just using anywhere around your eyes. You can buy an actual whole kit that's for your eyebrows, but I find that just the pencil works well. The eyebrow kits are great if you have eyebrows that are sort of don't fit into standard colors, which can happen, and I don't find that the aqua line in general has a big range of color, so it's good to maybe get a couple and test it out. So yeah, I don't have prices off the top of my head. You can buy these right from the website or from Sephora is where I get mine. Not cheap. So watch for sales, Google for promo codes, and keep your receipts, because if you're doing this as a business, you can use the receipts at the end of the year at tax time. So keep those receipts. So that's how we've got my eyebrows. We'll go to eyelashes. There's 3 different mascaras that I have found that worked. Just because they work for me does not mean they work for you. I sing praises for a lot of these, and then other mermaids tell me, oh, those don't work for me at all. I find a lot of times what mermaids do is they're applying it too thick as well, and you're putting it on as if you're going out for the day, but you're not, you're going underwater. You don't need it to be that thick, you just sort of need it to kind of round out your look. So the number one that I use is Waterproof Extra Black Mascara Aqua Smoky Lash from Makeup Forever. It's pretty awesome, and you don't need a lot. Works great. If you're afraid of smudging or running, then just don't put it on your bottom lash. I find as long as you stick it on the top, you're fine. The other 2 I use, this one doesn't seem to be in production anymore. Shiny When Wet. It's a rock candy, and I love it. It's amazing. It's a liner that is also really good, and a mascara in one. You can't find it in stores anymore. I've contacted the manufacturer. They don't make it anymore, but you can find it on eBay, and I think it's one of the best ones out there. It's really, really good. Really long lasting too. I actually have trouble getting it off. For the Mers on a budget, I have found this one by Essence, Get Big Lashes Volume Boost Waterproof Mascara, to actually be pretty good. It's not as good as the other two, but if you just put it on lightly, it'll do the trick and it won't run too badly. So if you're on a budget, I think I got this for like $2.50. So there you go. Whereas I think this one cost $7, and I think this one was something like 30 Canadian. So yeah. As far as eyeliner goes, today I'm wearing a green eyeliner from the Aqua Eyes collection from Makeup Forever. You can get kits, and it'll have a couple of these in it. There's just a couple of the colors. These are smaller sizes. They do have bigger sizes. These ones are pencils. If you prefer, the Makeup Forever brand also has an aqua liner that is a liquid. I don't actually find it works that well. For me personally, it doesn't stay on my skin very well, and sometimes it drips and gets into your eyes, even when you're being really careful, and oh my gosh, does it burn. But the nice thing about it, it's got glitter built right into it, and mine I got gold glitter because it kind of goes with my tail. So that's a really cool one. Sometimes I just use a glitter liner. This is from War Paint, and I actually find their stuff stays on pretty well. I've been using this for a couple of years. It's the gold that you can see there. I find as long as I don't touch my eyes when I'm underwater, it will stay on, so that's pretty neat. The best eyeliner I've ever found by far for underwater is actually MAC's Liquid Last Liner. I don't find their waterproof mascara actually waterproof at all, and a lot of their long-lasting products I don't find actually last for me in the water. But this particular one, Liquid Last Liner, it is like putting permanent marker on your skin. You actually have to like scrape it to get it off. Even when you buy the special makeup remover, it's really hard to get off. So get it right the first time because it dries quickly and it's like having permanent marker on there. So I use this when I have to be in the water for like hours and hours on end, or if I'm going to be out in the sun for hours and I know I'm going to be sweating. It is brilliant. It's really good. Yeah, this one I just got, it's just Point Black. That's the color, but it's really amazing. So we'll move on to eye color. There's a lot of different choices. One of my favorites for pigments is Mermaid Minerals. It is a mermaid company, and organic, all natural, not tested on animals. Really cool, very priced effectively, and you can find them at mermaidminerals.com. This is a gold one called Lucky Penny that I love to wear, and it just, for dry gigs, it's really vibrant. For wet gigs, what I do is I put it on, and then I take Makeup Forever Aqua Seal, which is this nice little bottle that costs $30. Tiny little eyedropper thing. And what I'll do is after I put the makeup on my eyes, this will make a brush hard and it'll ruin it. So you don't want to actually put it on one of your brushes. I put it on a Q-tip, and you just kind of dab it along. You don't want to like smush it because it'll actually take the color with it. I just dab it, and it 1 or 2 drops per eye, so a bottle can last you a good year. This one is like 6 months old, and it's not even a quarter of the way down because you just need so little. It goes on like an oil, and it stays hard all day. And my only recommendation is put your powder on thick and then put it on top, and then you may want to even go over top of this with a little more powder just so it's all kind of sealed in there. That's what I did today. I'm wearing a green, two-tone green, and I just put the Aqua Seal over top of it, and it's really amazing. So if you want really eye-popping mineral makeup that just, you know, it's so vibrant. People are always asking me about my vibrant makeup, and that's what it is. It's all these different makeup, Mermaid Minerals makeup. So you can do that and put the Aqua Seal over top, or you can pretty much use any powdered eyeshadow and put the Aqua Seal over top. It's good to experiment. It's only 12, what is this? 12 milliliters it says? Yeah, it's not much, but it will last you, so don't worry. The next thing you can try is that Makeup Forever also makes a stick, an eye stick, and the only problem I have with this is that they do not have a variety of colors, and it's really nice. It goes on really easy, but they just don't have a good variety of colors, so it's like a chubby stick. And I've got black, so I'll show you like an example here. See, it's just kind of light. I don't find the colors that intense. I guess you can't really see. It's hard. I'm filming with a tablet. Try a different color. There you go. yeah, so it just goes on really easy, and I like this because you can get it all on your eye, stick it in your bag, and if you need to touch it up later, it's really easy to touch up, and it's just probably the easiest and the quickest underwater makeup you can use. And again, that is from the Aqua line, so this is meant for underwater. But like I said, the only downside is that they don't have many colors. If they made more colors, I would buy all these and just use them because they're so convenient. I could do my makeup in like 2 minutes, right? So, yeah, you can look for those. The other underwater makeup that Makeup Forever creates are the little aqua pots. So they're just a little pot, about 30 bucks. Got a gold here. Again, I don't find they have a huge range of colors. It's a little... they're all very metallic, and I will say that you got to keep them sealed really well because they dry out very easily. So this one isn't too bad, but this one is a little bit older and it's really crumbly and hard to use. You can see the difference there. Very, very crumbly. The best way to put these on is either using your finger because it goes on like tar. Use your finger, or dedicate a cream brush to it because it will ruin the brush, and you might need a different brush for each color pot, so get cheap brushes. You can clean them. I've tried cleaning them, but they're never going to be the same. So this stuff, I just kind of take my finger, smear it on, flatten it out, and it's good to go. If it's an older one like this color, it will start to flake. If it's new, it'll last all day and you'll be fine. So I kind of find that they have a shelf life of 6 months. Maybe it's just the weather up here. I don't know. But after 6 months, if you haven't used it all, I find it gets crumbly and it just doesn't work that well. So, but you know what? It's good to have different options because some days I just really want to go for this nice gold, and you'll have seen pictures of me like that. And some days I just want to be quick because I'm in a rush, and some days I want some nice color. It really depends on the gig too. If I'm in the ocean and a pool and a lake, this is great for a pool because if you're wiping chlorine off your face and out of your eyes, it's not going to smear everywhere, so it's pretty good. Okay, so people are always asking me about glitter too. Mermaid Minerals has this great product called Glit Fix, and it's just like, it's almost like a lip gloss, but it's for your eyes and your face, and you can see I've got mine all mixed, so you just dab it in whatever glitter you're using, and you can put it all over and it'll keep it there mostly. I mean, it's not a waterproof product, but I do find it pretty much stays on. It's just the same as mixing it with Vaseline and putting it on your face, right? Something I forgot to say earlier, I wish I had, I should have started with this, but I'm too busy to redo the entire thing, and that it's good to have a good base cream on your face and let it absorb really well before you put all this stuff on, because these underwater makeups are really intense and they can be really hard on your skin, and it takes a lot of scrubbing to get them off, so it can really irritate your skin. This is one that was recommended to me by a dermatologist, and I love it, and I can't pronounce it for the life of me. I'm just going to show it to you there. This is like a sample of it. It's for irritated skin, and I put it on first, and look at that, I just realized my nails need to be repainted. I put it all over first, I let it absorb in, and then I put the stuff on. I find things wash off a little easier in the end with less scrubbing, and it keeps my skin from getting red and blotchy from all the makeup, so that's really good. Blush, pretty much any blush can work as long as you really layer it on and put it on intensely. So this is a Clinique blush. I like it because, again, I can stick it in my purse. It's one piece. It's very easy to use, and just put it on thick and it'll last. And it is going to wash off a bit, but if you put it on thick, it's only going to take off a little bit and you'll still have color by the time you're finished. So all those nice rosy cheeks I have in my photos aren't photoshopped. They're actually just my Clinique. It's really good. But I mean, I've tried tons of blushes. For me, it doesn't really matter. As long as you stick it on thick, it's going to work. People always ask me about the sticky gems I wear. They're just dollar store sticky gems. I don't know why they stick to me. I find the reason why most mermaids lose them is because they're actually touching them and they don't realize it. So you're pushing your hair out of your face, or you're going like this, and you don't realize you're taking all the gems with you. 9 times out of 10, I find that's actually what's happening. It's not a case of that they aren't sticky, it's that people aren't paying attention to what they're doing. So I just stick them on, but you can also put them on with liquid latex or eyelash glue, and they'll last a little longer. I mean, I've done a photo shoot with them all over my chest and been swimming and had them stay and cover all the important bits. So, I mean, it really just depends on your skin. But I mean, I just get them from the dollar store. Some party stores will try and charge you an arm and a leg for them. Don't do that. Just don't pay more than $1 for them. Okay. Hair glitter. It won't stay in really during the water, but it's fun for dry gigs, and you can also spray it on your body as long as you remember that it is flammable, so you will be a little more susceptible. So, you know, don't spray it all over yourself and then go hang out near a bonfire, but you can spray it on your body and it stays on better than other glitter, actually too well, because poor Sean is always covered with it all the time. How are we doing? 15 minutes. Holy cow, I can't believe we just talked for 15 minutes about makeup. Okay, we're gonna talk about lipstick. I hate lipstick. I mean, I love it, but I hate it because it's been a real challenge for me to find lipstick that works, and I still don't really feel like I found lipstick that works, but I'll tell you what I have tried. So the nice pink that I have on right now is a Gosh, and I do find as long as I layer it on there, it'll stay for maybe half an hour in the water, and then I'll need to touch it up again. The reason I like stick lipsticks like this is that they don't tend to get peely or crumbly, which happens a lot with the lip glosses and the lip stains. After a while, they will start to peel and get gross. At least with this, if the color wears off, it's more like it's wearing off and it's more even wearing off. But with the other stuff, I find like you might lose a bit down here and then it's gone and then it comes back and it's not good. I've tried a whole bunch and they really don't work for me, but they might work for you. So Make It Forever does have an aqua underwater lipstick. I don't find it works, but it might work for you. One side is the cream, the other side is the sealer. Mermaid Minerals, I don't have it because I've used it so much and I'm actually out of it. They have an underwater lipstick sealer that I find really works. I've got it in other videos. You put it over any lipstick and you just have to keep your mouth open and let it dry. It gets sticky, but then you have to let it dry and then it's good. And it works as long as you don't keep licking your lips or try to reapply over top of the sealer. Then it really will work. You have to put it on and leave it alone and forget about it, and it works perfectly. I find it works better than everything else I've tried, and it's way cheaper too. So I don't have any to show you because I've used it all and I need to order more, but check it out. So yeah, so that's the aqua line. Next up we have MAC. I don't even know what this is called because it's all worn off, but anyway, I went to MAC and I asked them, I told them what I do and I asked them for suggestions. So they gave me a Long Last lip liner, which I actually do find the liner outlasts everything else and is actually really hard to wash off my lips. You'd think that you could put it all over your lips then, since it works really well as a liner, but it doesn't. It won't work all over your lips. It'll work as a liner, but nowhere else. So again, you put this part on, you wait till it's totally dry, keep your mouth open, then you put this part on, wait till it's totally dry, keep your mouth open. I didn't even find that this lasted through me eating, let alone underwater. Same thing with the one that Sephora gave me. Sephora just gave me a Sephora brand lipstick. I really like the color. I don't even find this works just as regular lipstick. I just find it goes everywhere. So it's really messy. And I mean, this right here is a lot of money to waste. So I use these products on principle just in my daily life so I can keep using them, but in terms of mermaid work, I can't really recommend them. They might work for you, but go to the stores, put it on your skin, do a patch test, spray it with water, see, you know, or ask for a free sample. A lot of these places will give you a free sample. Sometimes just good old-fashioned Clinique lipstick works for me. If I stick it on thick enough and I just leave it and don't touch it, it'll actually last. And especially for at least dry gigs, it's actually pretty good. I don't know, it just lasts. The one that seems to be working the best for me, although it's still not perfect, Mermaid Iona recommended to me the CoverGirl Outlast. So you've got the lipstick, which you put on, and you keep your mouth open, and you let it dry, and then you've got the moisturizing thing. Don't forget the moisturizing thing. It doesn't make it waterproof or anything, it's just that this is actually will really dry out and get crumbly if you don't put the moisturizer on top. And I do find this lasts for a while. It just doesn't last for me as long as they claim it lasts, and it dries up my lips and it gets peely and then little pieces of lipstick go everywhere. So as long as you keep moisturizing it, you're good, and you may have to reapply it once, whereas with these things, you're going to stain your face and it's going to go all over the place and it's going to be in your teeth and it's going to be on your food, and if you touch your arm, it's going to be on your arm. It's awful. I don't find they work at all. But this definitely, I can put it on and kiss somebody and it's not going to come off, which Sean is very appreciative of, considering I'm always kissing him and getting lipstick everywhere. Alright, so that's all I have to talk about for makeup today. People often ask me about, what do you call it, foundation. Don't bother. If you're doing a dry gig, I mean, sure, go for it, but you're going to sweat and it's going to get all matty looking, right? But if you're going to be underwater, don't bother. Really, as long as you do bright makeup, it's going to focus more on your eyes and your mouth and your cheekbones. And if you've got dark circles like I do, they can be photoshopped out. I know it's kind of lame to use Photoshop, but you can Photoshop out your under eyes. It's way easier than putting on a bunch of foundation and then having it just drip off your face and get all disgusting and gross and have a photo where half your face has makeup and the other half doesn't. So I wouldn't even worry about foundation. Just do some really bright makeup and you're going to be all set. It's good to pair it with lots of fun accessories, which I've already done another video on accessories. You can check it out. And I just want to remind you that there are lots of different sales for my book right now. The best way to find out the sale code for my book is to go to lulu.com, and when you scroll down the front page, it shows you the current discount codes. There's also a thread on Mer Network for Fishy Business where I post the most recent discount codes, and you can actually just Google Lulu, L-U-L-U, discount codes or promo codes, and you can find some codes to get a discount off my book. I think like right now there's like a 20% discount off. So this is my book, and it has everything in it about how to be a mermaid, everything you could possibly need. If you like this vlog, there's things like that in it. I'm publishing a second book, which is so exciting, and I'm hoping to have it published in the fall, and I really hope you'll buy it and read it. It's my life as a mermaid for a year, so there's a lot of this kind of stuff in it, just more tips and tricks, and just it's really an honest look at what it's been like for me trying to get this business off the ground, coping with chronic illness, in a poorer province where people don't have a lot of money, and kind of being all the way up here in Canada where it's hard to find other mermaids and get your mermaid gear and stuff like that and just make it work. And I'm hoping it'll inspire a lot of people, and I think there are some really funny stories that I have really had to exercise a lot of control to not already tell them all over the internet. So they're never before heard stories, and there are some that are a couple that have been heard before, but with much more detail, so I hope you will check it out. A couple other things. Mermaid Mimi got married, so go to her Facebook page, Mermaid Mimi, and just give her some best wishes. Mermaid Nancy graduated and got some scholarships, and she's going to university in the fall, so she's going to be leaving us in Halifax, but she'll be going to Newfoundland and helping us branch out as part of Atlantic Mermaids. Canadian Mermaids now belongs to us, Canadian-wide version of our company, and CanadianMermaids.com will take you also to our website, which is super exciting. We just auditioned a new mermaid, Mermaid Mutiny. You can see some videos on our YouTube page as well, and she has a Facebook page that you can follow. She's phenomenal, and she's wearing our first sequin tail that was bought by Mermaid Bonnie, and we totally love it, and I hope you will check her out and just kind of give her some support. And the summer has been crazy. We are doing booking after booking after booking, which is part of the reason why I haven't had time to do another vlog. Please check out my other vlogs before you ask me questions, because chances are they're all answered there. So there's like 12 of them now, I think, so check them out. That being said, if you have a question that isn't covered yet, that isn't so specific that I can't cover it, because sometimes people ask things that are really, really, really specific, and I'm kind of like, I have no experience in that, so I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, ask me questions and I'll see what I can do. For resources, obviously my book is one of them, and if you go to our website, halifaxmermaids.com, and you click on How to Be a Mermaid, you will see all the list of all the free resources I have, and also the ones that you can buy. I actually run workshops on how to be a mermaid and how to keep your mermaid business going, and you can attend a workshop online, or you can purchase a recording. So one of the recordings I have up for sale right now is how to work with children. I get a lot of questions about how do you deal with behavior problems, how do you keep kids interested, what kind of activities do you do, all that kind of stuff. It's all covered in that workshop. It's 20 bucks, and it's like 2 hours, and it's everything you could possibly ever need to know for working with children. I'm not doing any more live workshops until the fall, but I think they'll be fantastic if you want to come and check them out. I really hope you do. And I have to go do a gig now, and I love you all, and you're wonderful, and I'm so thankful you're my fans. Please keep following the website and the blog and the Facebook, and don't forget to check out merwrangler.com for awesome resources on how to be a mermaid. Hope you all have a great day.